Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I did want to listen to Mr. Shumkis because I know in his heart he agrees with us. But, Mr. Chairman, I move to strike the last word.
Gentlewoman is recognized.
Chairman Pallone, Republican Leader Walden, Mr. Tonko, Mr. Shumkis, my fellow ENC colleagues, we have a single responsibility to the American people and all of our constituents to take action when a threat arises. Over the last 15 months, Michigan and the country have experienced a dramatic rise in the number of identified contamination sites from PFAS chemicals. Testicular cancer, kidney cancer, liver and pancreatic cancer, weakened childhood immunity, low birth weight, endocrine disruption, increased cholesterol. Each of these health risks has been repeatedly linked to these forever chemicals, called this because they are designed to stand the test of time and do not easily break down in the environment, or worse, in the human body. Michigan has been ground zero, but this is only because we're looking for and testing for PFAS. It's everywhere, and more states are going to find it once they start looking for it. Under Governor Snyder and continuing action under Governor Whitmer, Michigan established a PFAS response action program to test for PFAS, and now many states are following the lead. These harmful chemicals are impacting Republican and Democratic districts alike. PFAS contamination is widespread in small water systems, in large ones, on military sites, and in residential communities. And our military, instead of wanting to clean it up, is arguing that these communities do not have to clean up PFAS contamination because the Superfund law does not require them to do so. In the absence of strong leadership at the EPA or the military, it requires the Congress to act. We must now come together as the Energy and Commerce Committee to do what we do best, compromise and deliver real, meaningful solutions for the American people. And that's where we find ourselves today. The package of bills included in the Chairman's Ains Amendment to the PFAS Action Act includes bold policies that will protect the American people against PFAS while not forgetting those who are the most vulnerable. Over the last few months, this committee has been working aggressively to find a comprehensive and bipartisan package of PFAS legislation. While I am disappointed we did not get a deal in time for today's markup, I am going to remain optimistic. I'd like to thank Chairman Pallone and Chairman Tonko for their outstanding leadership in working with me and every member of Congress this year, addressing PFAS as a top priority. The PFAS package offered by Chairman Pallone today represents a good faith effort to incorporate the concerns of many of my Republican colleagues and stakeholders, while also boldly establishing needed actions that would set a national drinking water standard, limit the use of new PFAS chemicals, requiring TSCA to set guidance and requirements on disposing of PFAS, and provide grant programs and more. Many of the provisions in this package have good bipartisan support that will help us protect human health in the environment that we should all be comfortable supporting. For instance, it includes legislation Representative Fred Upton and I have worked on together with our Michigan colleagues that would help facilitate the cleanup process in states like ours through the use of federal-state cooperative agreements. And it includes a scaled-back version of a bipartisan bill we introduced earlier in the year that would designate PFAS chemicals as the hazardous substances we know they are under the Superfund program in order to accelerate the cleanup process and direct federal resources to contaminated sites. The version of my bill included in this package now focuses on the two most notorious PFAS chemicals we know of, PFOA and PFAS. We did this in discussions with our Republicans, It would require EPA to list each of these within 1 year, as well as require EPA to make a determination on the remaining PFAS chemicals not later than 5 years. Coupled with TSCA testing provision in this package, that would give the EPA the time they need to collect more data on this class of chemicals, which I know has been a concern. I strongly urge my colleagues to support this important package of PFAS legislation included in the chairman's amendment. Thank you, and I'm out of time.